She used to play after dinner and sing for us. She had the most lovely voice. Bill's always coming in and keeping it in tune.
Would you mind if we borrow this? We might need a clothing sample.
I suppose there's no harm.
Detective Capra. The hairs are a match.
I'm sorry. I still don't see why that matters.
Blood cells in a hair's roots break down after 24 hours. The cells in the hair I found on Rivas are still intact.
Are you saying that Marie is alive?
She was as of yesterday. Detective Capra.
Peter, did you find anything in Rivas's blood work?
Minor anemia, but other than that, he's clean.
What about his hair?
No pharmaceuticals. I did find these weird THC levels.
All right, call DEA. Based on a chemical profile, their lab may be able to ID the marijuana strain. Tell us where Rivas got it.
Yeah, but that's the weird part. He quit.
What do you mean he quit?
Well, the THC levels in his hair indicate that Reeves had been smoking on a daily basis. Then 2.5 inches from the root, they just stopped showing up. And head hair grows 1/4 inch in a month, right?
So that would have been about 10 months ago. About the time he took Marie Strand.
What do you think that means?
Dr. Kavanaugh,
Hey,
what do you got?
well, we've narrowed down where Rivas came from.
Where?
A building near the crash site, within a few miles anyway.
How do you figure that?
One of the stab wounds that nipped his heart. He had maybe 10, 15 minutes before he bled out.
So what kind of building?
You know what? I'm gonna have Nigel fill you in. I'm not done with Rivas's body yet. There's still a lot he can tell me. But he's right in there.
Thanks.
Detective Capra, welcome.
Hi, I understand you have information for me.
Yeah, a wealth of it. Right before he died, Rivas spent time in some structure other than a house.
And you know this how?
Because of this little bugger right here. It's one of a plethora of plaster particles I found on Rivas's trousers. Lime content indicates it was used in commercial construction. Merge that with the 5-mile radius from the site of the car crash, and voila, all the possible locations.
This is progress. If Marie Strand is in one of these buildings, it could still take weeks to find her, months even.
But Jordan found amosite asbestos fibers in Rivas's nasal passages. That's found in asbestos cement sheeting. That material hasn't been used since 1960.
But that still leaves us with what? Dozens of possibilities.
Then we factor in the sheer quantity of dust and desiccated rat feces in Rivas's clothes.
I'm afraid to ask what that tells us.
That the building in question is in some phase of reconstruction or abandoned. And now, my piece de resistance.
Paint chip?
Embedded in Rivas's shoe. Analysis reveals this paint to be one of many custom blended for the now defunct Swan Flanders Construction Company, which just happened to erect these 4 structures in our target area. Thank you.
Is there some reason you didn't just tell me it was one of these buildings to begin with?
Please try to respect my process. So I'm curious, Detective, why would you choose to search this place first? Is it the symbolism that Rivas might associate with a church? A place of refuge and sanctuary where absolution is granted and sins are forgiven?
It's the building closest to where he wrecked the car.
In any case, I stand ready to compare my paint chips with the paint inside.
You may not have to do that. It's kind of my plan B.
Plan B? Well, what's plan A?
Rufus.
A dog?
It's getting hit from in there.
All right, guys, let's get that door open.
Over here! She's acting like she's been in this room. She's back in there. I got it.
like she has been. Search the rest of the building. Marie could still be here.
Detective Capra. Blood.
Test results came back?
It's not Marie's blood.
That's good news.
Turns out the blood is from Kurt Rivas. He was beaten and stabbed. My guess is that it happened right inside that church.
Got anything else?
Just this. Rivas's wounds were caused by a knife pretty close to this one.
Doesn't really get us any closer to Marie, does it? You've done everything you can.
Well, it doesn't really matter. It's not enough. Excuse me.
Hi. Do you know Adam?
Adam? Are you Marie? Marie Strand?
I just got some great news. Marie Strand's been found and reunited with her parents.
All right.
And I don't think it would have been possible without the efforts and dedication of everyone in this room.
How's she doing?
Apparently she's doing okay. Jordan just got called to Boston General. I'm sure she'll find out more about her condition.
Does the press know about Marie? Because a few reporters have called here sniffing around.
No, and we're not going to tell them. The family wants to keep the media away from her as long as possible.
You know, I knew all along we'd find her.
You know, every so often something like this comes along where we can make things right. Actually put her life back the way it was. So my advice to you is to savor this moment. All right, get back to work. Peter, got a minute?
Yeah.
Got a possible homicide over in the fens.
Well, I'm ready when you are.
Well, see, I'm kind of up to my eyeballs around here, so
You want me to take the case by myself?
I think you're ready if you feel up to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
Hey,
how is she?
basically the doctors say she's a little dehydrated, but she's okay. Emotionally, well, that's another story.
She said something about Adam at the station. What does she mean?
She's not really talking right now.
Well, what can I do? You said that you thought I could help.
We found this knife in her pocket.